Should you accept a counteroffer? Maybe you've been applying to jobs. Maybe someone reached out to you about a job. You've gone through the process. You've gotten an offer. You've told your company the situation, and now they've come back with a counteroffer. What should you do in those situations? That's what we're going to talk about on today's walk. I think in a lot of ways, a counteroffer is exactly what you're hoping for when you're in a job search. When you're out there applying, you want to have your job, obviously for the security, but then you also would love to get an offer from somewhere else. And then to sweeten that pot even more would be to get a counteroffer. Now you're in a job and you have two options that presumably are going to put you in a better situation financially. So normally, counteroffers are seen as a positive thing within the job search. However, it seems as though people get really thrown off when a counteroffer is presented. It seems as if through the job search process, once you get to that offer phase, most people have come to terms with the decision that they have to make. Some people are just going to stay at their company. They don't even care about the counteroffer. Maybe they at least ask and see, but they're settled. Other people are prepared to leave, right? This is the writing on the wall. I've got a better job offer. I'm going to leave. And somehow the counteroffer seems to throw a wrench in those plans. It causes people to second guess their decision to leave. It causes people to second guess all kinds of decisions that they've made along the way. Should they have even looked in the first place? It just seems to add a level of confusion and concern that really doesn't need to be there. So it brings us to the question of what should we do with these counteroffers? And there's some data that kind of shows the difficulty that people have in dealing with this. There's been studies recently that show somewhere between 50 to 60% of people who receive a counteroffer end up accepting that offer. And then of that group, 50% end up leaving after 12 months anyway. So it's created this debate over accepting a counteroffer or just rejecting it and going with the new company. In some regards, that data could be skewed because there's a lot of factors that go into the reasoning behind why someone would leave a company. And 12 months is a long time. So you may have accepted a counteroffer. You may be happy with that counteroffer. And then 8 months from then, something else changes and you leave. So you would be counted as one of the 50% that left, but you didn't really leave for the same reasons you started looking in the first place. In my own experience, I've seen it go both ways. I've seen people accept a counteroffer, stay, and still hate the job and want to get out within months of accepting. Conversely, I've seen people leave and be thrilled that they left. So I've seen it go both ways. Having spoken with a lot of these disgruntled employees, both professionally as an HR person, but then also personally as friends or acquaintances of some of these people, it's pretty clear why people still leave after accepting a counteroffer. And the reason that they do is because money will not fix your problems. A lot of people think a raise will solve their issue. They're frustrated. They're annoyed. And if you're going to give them more money, that will take the stress off. That will relieve some of that frustration. And then, yes, they can stick around. But that is not actually true. Money is a temporary relief that doesn't actually solve the problems that are likely causing you to look for a job in the first place. Money won't fix a bad boss. Money won't fix bad coworkers. Money won't make you love a job you hate. Money won't open up advancement opportunities for you. And money won't reduce stress or workload. It's only a temporary relief mentally. And if we know anything about budgeting, it's probably not going to even make as big an impact as you think it will, because usually spending goes up as your earnings go up. It doesn't really fix things the way people anticipate that it will fix things. Now, for other people, it is just money. You're looking because you want to make more money. And if that is your situation, then that's totally different. Money may actually be the solution for you. Whereas for a lot of people, money just is not going to be the ultimate solution. So what should we do? I'm going to break it down into two groups of people. The first group are those of you that are happy and satisfied at work. You're looking, maybe you're just looking to see what's out there. You're looking to see what other opportunities there are. Maybe you've noticed some opportunities out there, and so you're just throwing your hat in the ring, right? Or maybe a company has reached out to you. That's one group of people. The second group of people are those of you that are frustrated, dissatisfied, unhappy with your job, and that's why you're looking. If you're in the first group, you're in the happy camper group, then yeah, consider the counteroffer. It may be perfect for you. You get to stay in a job that you're already happy in, that you're already satisfied in, and you're making more money. And the fact that they're offering you a counteroffer is a sign that they'd like to keep you around. So for you, it makes perfect sense to consider the counteroffer. If you're in the second group, you're in the dissatisfied, frustrated group, then a counteroffer is probably not going to solve your problem unless your only frustration is the money itself. If you're frustrated with other things, a raise is not going to fix it. It may make you feel good for a brief period of time, but as someone who does these calculations all the time and works on comp, I'm telling you now, you will still hate everything you've already hated about your job, even if you make more money. And just a word of warning, some of you are going to face resentment and frustration. Because if you've been asking for a raise for a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, and they're constantly telling you, we don't have it in the budget, we can't do it. Then you get a job offer. You say, hey, I'm leaving. And they say, okay, well, look, we'll give you a raise. A lot of you will accept it. And then as you think about it more and more and more, you will start to hate that company more and more and more. Because why couldn't they just pay you in the first place? So really think long and hard about your decision and make the decision that's best for you, even if you're in the crowd that's only focused on money. At the end of the day, in my opinion, based on my experience, it really is up to each individual person. If you are happy and satisfied in your job, then accepting a counteroffer could make perfect sense for you. If you are unhappy, you hate your job, you want out, do not be fooled by a counteroffer, because most of those problems won't go away. So think it through. Think about why you were looking in the first place, how happy you are at your job, and then make a decision that actually makes sense for you. Don't just think about the money, unless it's only about the money. So that's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. And I will see you guys in the next one.